Okay. Hey y'all, so I'm gonna jump right into it. How do I want to start this? So I'm going to start doing like a little series, I guess, on budgeting, and personal finance, for millennials, for like our age group, really for anyone who thinks this is applicable to their life. This is just an area that I've been growing in for a long time and where I've really been seeing God work in my life. And I've just been compelled, and it's been on my heart to share what I've been learning and to share the progress that I've been making and becoming more financially disciplined. Um, and with giving God control over my finances and trusting His provision and everything like that. So I've decided that once a week I'm going to come on here and talk about different aspects of budgeting, how to budget, side hustles, being disciplined, all those kinds of things. I've come up with a few topics, and so today I wanted to talk about why it's important to budget. I wanted to just really get to the root of it and talk about why it's important to budget, and hopefully also take you guys through my budget. It is August 30th, so I've been hammering out my September budget, and I want to show you guys what that looks like and how I do it. This is just something that I've been, really, really passionate about. Millennials, like our student debt is like the highest student debt. We're in so much debt as a country. 60% of Americans don't even have $400 saved up for an emergency. So all these kinds of things that I've been like really, really passionate about. So today I want to talk about why budgeting is important. Um, let's actually get really critical. I'm on my computer, and let's go define what a budget is. I'm gonna just type in budget and see what definitions pop up. Let me just type in what is a budget. Okay, so budget, an estimate of income for a set period of time, a quantity of material, typically that which is written or printed. Um, as a verb, allow or provide a particular amount of money. As an adjective, inexpensive. I think that one's funny. Let's see what Dave Ramsey says a budget is. That was the second thing that popped up. It's taking me to his website. Okay, so it says the word budget has been known to make skin crawl, send shivers down spines, and even bring fully grown adults to tears, but it doesn't have to be that way. Um, a budget is simply an estimate of income and expenses for a set period of time with designated categories. While most budgets are similar, not all budgets are created equal. Okay, so I like that definition. I think that's pretty good. So that is what a budget is for anyone who didn't know. And now I want to get more nitty gritty and talk about why having a budget is important. And I think the number one reason for me as to why it's important is because it gives you the power of telling your money where to go. A lot of people think of budgeting or a budget with a negative connotation. Yes, there's a limit on it, but that limit is for your good. So you don't overspend, so you don't go into debt, so you don't get to the cash register and your card declines and you're embarrassed. Budgets give you control over your money. And it gives you the opportunity to be in control and to tell your money where to go. I think budgeting encourages organization and planning. If you get to the end of the month and you're planning your budget for the next month, and you know that there are 5 people in your life who have birthday parties in that upcoming month, you can plan to get them gifts. You can plan to attend their birthday dinner or whatever outing that they have going on to celebrate their birthday. Y'all, excuse me if I'm not looking here and I'm looking here. It's I'm not technologically savvy, so forgive me. But yeah, so it encourages organization and planning. When you get into the routine of doing a budget, and you plug in, where money has to go. That's keeping you organized. When you're working with spreadsheets, if you're just writing it out, like, it's keeping you organized. And the last reason is it provides visual factors to the verbal affirmations that we've all heard. So we've all been told we need to save money. We've all been told we need to tithe. We've all been told that we don't need to carry balances on our cards and things like that. But when you see that in a spreadsheet, or when you see that visually on paper, or however you're doing your budget, that visual representation pairs with, those verbal commands and affirmations that are constantly coming at us. It allows you to apply the how. So we know we need to save money, but how do we save money? We know we need to budget. How do we budget? All those types of things. So I think that is why budgeting is important. And now I want to take you guys over to my laptop, and I'm going to show you guys how I budget and how I've organized things. So let's see, hopefully you'll be able to see this. I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit. Okay, so this column C and D are like actually my budget, and I have other things over here just to keep me organized. So I have in column A, I've organized my accounts. So I bank at 2 different banks, and the first bank, I have an account for a car where I pay for gas, and also where I'm saving to get my dream car, which is a Jeep Wrangler. So that's where that is. And then I have an emergency fund in that account, and also an additional savings account with that bank. And then down here, this column here, or this divider here with the blue line, that's a separate bank, Bluebell. If you guys know me, I have been obsessed with toy poodles lately, and I'm saving up for one, and her name is going to be Bluebell Brooks. So I've already started saving up for her. She's going to have her own account, because we all know pets are like babies. And then I have an account where I auto pay bills, student loan payments, and also where the portions of my Mary Kay profits from my business go into that as well. And then I have another separate account just for like the business portion of my Mary Kay profit. So with my Mary Kay business, all of the sales that I make, all the commission that I make, I split it 40% and 60%. 60% goes back into my business, this account here, and the 40% is my profit, which goes into the account up here. I have a vacation account where I'm saving. It's not a savings account, but I treat it as a savings account, where I just like put a little bit in that every month for when, I want to go on vacation. I have 3 savings accounts. So you guys, I have spaces here separated. The tops are checking, and then the bottoms are savings account. So I have a savings account for Christmas. I'm trying to get into the habit of saving for Christmas throughout the entire year, instead of just waiting until like October, November, month of rolls around. That way I'll have like a good chunk of money to spend on my loved ones for Christmas. And then I have a savings account for giving. One of the things that's motivating me to be financially free is being able to give. I hate like driving through the city and like seeing a homeless person and not having anything to give them. Right now I'm just keeping like various snacks or like small change in the car, but eventually I just want to be able to like have like $1,000 in savings in my giving savings account at the end of the year, and be able to like split it between a charity and just like give to random people, and then an additional kind of emergency fund setup account. And if I scroll down, I have my monthly incomes. So I don't know about y'all, but I believe in having multiple streams of income. Even when I get to the point where like I'm making like good money doing one thing, I believe in having multiple streams and multiple rivers that lead to a big ocean. So that is why I have multiple streams of income. So my first one is kind of what I do full time now, and that's me being a live-in nanny. I teach voice and piano to young children on the weekends. I work at the nursery at church on Sundays, and that strictly goes to my savings account. My nanny income I strictly use on debt. I don't see that money that goes straight to my student loans. My teaching income, I use that towards bills and savings. Working at the nursery at Eastside Church in Atlanta, I save that money. And then I have family number 2 that I work for, and that goes towards debt. And then I also, use my Mary Kay profits to pay bills and whatnot. And then the other 60% goes to my Mary Kay business, and that strictly is for things dedicated to my business. So inventory, organization, investments, those types of things. So those are my incomes. So when we come over to column C and D here, where I'm allocating my budget, this is solely based off of my teaching income only. So you see, I have other accounts to keep in mind as my life advances, and I have debts and balances that I want to pay off. And here we are at my September budget. So I just got done crunching the numbers before I came on here. This month for September, I am upping my savings from 5% to 10%. My tithing is staying the same at 10%, but I'm upping my savings from 5 to 10, and that's allocated here, and the total is here. Same thing. My nanny check, even though the majority of it goes to debt, I still save 20% of it and divide it between tithes and savings. I already got that check and already, allocated it towards debt. So I'm going to have to pull this 10% of savings from something else. I'll probably do like random sitting for a random family this month and just put $82 towards that. But from now on, I'm going to start saving 10%. And the total for that is there. Now, we get to the bottom here. And after savings and tithes, what I have left down here is $533.60 to pay my bills. Now, mind you guys, this is not a lot of money. But as a live-in nanny, I am living rent-free, and my meals are paid for, and a car is provided for me. So $500 may not be a lot for someone who, has rent and who has bills, or more bills than I do. But for me, this is like pretty standard as far as like me living off of my teaching income. So things that I have to pay for, my Macy's bill is on auto pay. $50 a month for that. Netflix, $11. Amazon Prime, $7. My cell phone is $75. And mind you guys, I also have like the day of the month that these are due, and pretty much all of my bills are on auto pay. But like consumer debt, like my credit cards, I just capitalize auto pay for those purposes. I pay like $1 a month for extra storage on my phone because I have a ton of music. My healthcare bill with Kaiser is $28. I put some things in the cleaners that I need to go get, and that'll be $105 this month. Now, this won't always be here. I always won't have stuff in the cleaners. Between my car being provided for me and some of my gas and mileage, I put $50 in the tank for my nanny mobile, and then my boss covers the other portions for the month. For groceries and toiletries, $50 a month. Again, like all of my meals are provided for me, and between like soap, body wash, cotton rounds, Q-tips, stuff like that, it comes up to about $50. And then my hair is $85. It was $200 because I was hoping to get my hair colored jet black for September, but it doesn't fit in the budget, so I'm just gonna have to wait. Maybe for October, since the cleaners won't be here, I'll be able to do that. My nails normally are around $50. I'm taking a break from my enhancements, so my natural nails would have been $50 this month, and waxing is always $100 a month, but it's not in the budget because cleaners is kind of taking up a lot of things, and I need to get those things out of the cleaners. September is also kind of a slow month for me teaching as well, because a lot of my students will be on vacation for Labor Day weekend, like that long weekend, and I pretty much only teach on Saturdays, so most of them will be gone. So that kind of took away some of my income, but that's fine because, you know, we just adjust. And I have a star by Hair, Nails, and Waxing because those are wants and not needs. So if I need to like cut down on some things, those are the first things that I cut down on. I don't cut down on bills and the necessities. I cut down on the wants. And that's why Nails and Waxing are in the red for September, because those are the things that I'm cutting down on. As you can see, $33.60 was my max. That's what I'm bringing home this month for teaching, and $512 is, you know, what all of this adds up to. So that's that. Over here I have like random things that I want to take care of, or like things that I want to pay for that don't fit into the budget, and I usually just side hustle those with like random babysitting and things like that, and just knock things off that list as I can. I took care of that. So yeah, you guys, that is kind of how I budget and what I do. So I hope this was helpful. This is really helping me be accountable, and I hope that for those watching, it's helping you as well. And I'll continue to do these like weekly, and go through my budget with y'all like once a month. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll catch y'all next time.